Hello, it's Jodie and Nat here.
G'day.
So we wanted to talk about something that's come up in Natalie Sisson's blog challenge, which is kind of a bizarre process of thought to think that you could just focus on one thing for this entire year.
Well, it is for you.
I know, it's hard for me. But it's really interesting because at the start of the year there was an email that had come through from somebody that we follow online, and she's a bit of a online marketing, traffic, list building expert, and she'd mentioned 3 things to focus on this year. But it made me realise that of the 3 things she was talking about, it still is with that, I guess, that one goal at the end of the day. Particularly how she said that for a business, an online business, the 3 things to focus on are list building, creating really great content, and choosing a method of getting out there. So whether it be through social media or a different kind of marketing traffic source thing that she's an expert in teaching on. But it really came down to sort of like what would be the one thing that would, I guess, really help you achieve the results that you're after, or focus on building that business or manifesting that lifestyle that you're seeking. So I wanted to kind of bring this not just into the business sense, because it's important for us as digital nomads and entrepreneurs creating our income streams online, but to also look at it from, say, the lifestyle perspective, or even just house sitting. So if there was one thing to focus on, nothing else, the primary goal of this year, what would it be for you?
I'm going to actually say something different to what I thought I was going to say. I'm actually going to say it's making a decision. Because so many people I hear, and we've done it too many, many times, is, I'd really like this, I'd really like that. And it's just so airy-fairy. And it's just like, from a metaphysical point of view, that energy needs focus. It needs to go in somewhere.
She's tuned into what I was thinking.
Yeah. It's really got to go somewhere. And the only way it goes somewhere is by you making an absolute decision about doing something. So whether it be your lifestyle, an absolute decision, conscious decision, to actually focus on your lifestyle, then all your decisions work around that and to that. So now when things cross our path, we get hit with opportunities all the time, and different people want to connect with us, and collaborations and all that sort of stuff, and it happens to everybody in business. We can actually measure that now towards our lifestyle and where it fits our lifestyle, because that's our measuring stick, because we made a decision that was our number one priority. So I really feel that a solid internal, true to yourself decision is one of the most important things that you can possibly do for yourself.
That's it. So I think that, like I said, you tuned into my thought before.
Oh, there you go.
It was actually
we were going to talk about list building, I think, before.
We were. But what had come to me was particularly different teachers like Abraham Hicks and the Law of Attraction and all these different sort of metaphysical, conscious, spiritual, manifesting, manifest your dream life, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, right.
The elements that are always part of that picture, dream boards and meditation and all of these things, they're all little pieces of the puzzle that fits together. And I think it's a really powerful thing that you've said about making a decision, because I remember when I was first taught the concept of a vision board or a dream board, and it never gelled with me. No. It just never resonated, because I'd put these pictures up on the wall or on my corkboard or what have you, and I'd look at them, but I still could feel the gap between me and them. I wasn't actually fully making the decision that I was going to live the lifestyle that I'm currently living. I mean, and even we stumbled into this lifetime because we didn't make a full decision that this is what we wanted to experience. We stumbled into it and needed to.
But what we had decided was that we wanted to travel.
Yeah.
And that was the thing that brought both of us together in the first place. We would look at maps, National Geographic maps I'd have up on the wall. We'd sit there for hours doing that. All of that was just indicating exactly what we would love to do. So travel was just so true for both of us to do that, no matter what the outside circumstances look like. And if you've heard our story, you would know that it wasn't very conducive to travel at the time, but that was the one decision we did make. And the hows we didn't really need to know, fortunately enough. It unravels. They're the things that do unravel, is the hows. So we constantly stumble upon or stumble with the hows. We can't figure out how it's going to work, so therefore we back out of our decision. But making the decision is the very thing that creates the steps in front of you. You know, you take a step. You know, we don't see everything that's taking place in front of us. We see one step, and maybe that's all you need to have is the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step. Because if you saw 50 steps in front of you, you'd freak yourself out so much that you think, oh my goodness, how am I going to create all this, whether it be a business or a lifestyle or whatever it is. You can't see it because you're not meant to see it. You know, if you were meant to see it, you would.
So it's very much a case of letting go of control of that outcome too.
Absolutely.
So when Natalie Sisson actually shared her one focus for this year, it was around freedom, and I liked the way that it was a sort of a more of a feeling, more of a lifestyle, more of an experience, which was freedom. And so when I'd actually first said to Nat here, like, you know, what is it for you? You've just watched this video, what is it for you? And she said, oh, well, I think the task itself is list building. That's what we're doing for our business. And that's why I find it really interesting that you've now moved to this sort of bigger picture, because to make a decision, if your focus is to finally make a decision on what you want, and you may not even know what that is at the moment, but making a decision allows like you said, the unraveling or the flow. And it could just be to have courage, to, you know, be completely free in your relationship, in your lifestyle, to have income streams coming in, like whatever that decision is. When you make it and you feel it from, you know, your belly up type of thing, it's possible. It will happen. It will unravel.
Yeah, a decision is a feeling. You know, you're talking about Nat Sisson's, I'm talking about freedom. It's a feeling. So is making a decision. It's a feeling of certainty. And that certainty comes across to everybody. You can feel it. When somebody's certain, you know, they hold just a complete presence. You know, you've been at a party or something and someone walks into a room with complete presence and they know who they are, you feel it. And that's exactly how it comes across in business and everything else that you do. If you're really solid in yourself and what you're here to do and what you love to do and what you won't do, then you know, you will feel that, and people will feel that, and the opportunities come to direct itself to that.
I was going to say that there's no other option then. When that certainty is there, it's almost like you're the director of your own movie, and you're writing your script for these bits and pieces to come in. You may not be writing your script in advance to see the whole end destination. You're writing it like a TV series. It's just like step by step. So it's really quite amazing. So when you jump on board that kind of way of looking at life, and
that's the flow. Everyone's looking for the flow. You know, that's, you know, the zone that everyone talks about, and the flow. That's it. That's where it comes from. That's where it starts.
All right, so that means that we're really telling you that your one focus this year is to make a decision, but it's not. You share with us what it is. That
well, make a decision on something. Make a decision on your one thing. How's that?
And if you're wanting to talk about whether it is building a business online or an income stream, then definitely share your thoughts on that as well, because you know what we do and what we do very well is help matchmake, I guess, your unique DNA, how you operate with the different bright shiny objects that are out there, all the ways that you can create money. And you know, we've gone through this a lot, and we've had to do a lot of letting go to be able to focus on one aspect of our business to build that income as well. So get in touch with us and let us know how we can help you. And until next time.
Absolutely.
Bye for now.
Signing off from Greece.
Ciao.
Ciao.